Good morning. Breakfast of champions. Alright guys, got a few comics this month. Last night I ended up catching a ride to town and went to the comic book shop. I was just going to pick up 2 or 3 books, and then I got left there an extra hour, and apparently that's very bad for me. Alright, beginning of the month, I got these for $1. Alright, a little DC Comics Presents. Get the glare off there. This one was pretty good. It tied into Commandy really well. Mark Evener wrote it, who was Kirby's assistant during the 70s. Okay. And if you buy one Superman comic this decade, you need to get this. DC Comics Presents number 59. I've had this 2 or 3 times. I don't know how it keeps disappearing, but I finally got another one. This is one of the funniest comics they ever made. It was Keith Giffen. Really good stuff. Alright, these are quarter comics. Okay, I was really excited to find this. I know where to get 2 more. After Image left Malibu in the early 90s, if you guys don't know, Image started out at Malibu, but they ended up coming out with the Rivera line, and they got a whole bunch of people to come in and do some miniseries, and this is Steve Grant and Gil Kane. I always wanted this one, could never run across it. I know where 2 other issues are for $1, but piece, but I got this one for $25, number 1. And basically, this has the original Ultimates. This came out in '94, and you have a superhero group watching a riot, and there's something that has happened to where Edge pops back up, and he's going to take them out one by one, but these guys come up like heroes. This is the original Ultimates, which cracks me up. I just love the idea that Gil Kane there, you know, towards the end of his career, got to do some independent stuff. I mean, I love the design of this guy, so I may do a review later on when I get all the issues. Right. Okay. Continuing on here. I don't know what's going on with me and Image here, but these are popping up all over the place. Got my Pit number 1. And these Image comics don't look like they've ever been read, which is a surprise, but got my Dale Keown Pit number 1. Mindless Violence number 6. I'm actually starting to get quite a collection of Pit up. And it's my nemesis, Stormwatch number 37. Warren Ellis's first Stormwatch book, which really took off and led to The Authority. So it was kind of cool to find this. This actually might be a little bit of a money book. I don't know anymore. Okay, Stormwatch number 49 there. So now I may be a little bit more motivated. And I just want to say the guy that drew these, Tom Rainey. Tom Rainey is really one of the most underrated artists out there. Check out his stuff. I mean, I picked up books just because it was him. Okay, now we got some variant cut comics. Got these for $25. A little shout out to Ghost Critic there. I don't know if these are in order, but this is number 26 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Should be, hopefully they're in order. Yeah, 27. That's not a variant. I think I just got that one because it's part 2 of Retreat. That's number, yeah. Another variant cover, number 28 for $25. 25, The Living Doll. I think this is a one-shot story, and this is one I really like. This one. This is number 29. It's a Buffy the Vampire Slayer variant cover, designed after Kobe. And this is not a variant cover. This is number 33. In the previous video, I got parts 1, 3, and 4 of this story by Brad Meltzer, and I didn't want to read it till I got number 2, so we got that complete. So like I said, where I was sitting there with Time to Kill in the comic book shop, I got to dig through these boxes, and I got all these for $0.25. And so I ended up finding some stuff in a box that I'd never looked through before. And this was real interesting. I can't believe these are $0.25 because they're barely a year old now. But apparently IDW came out with a big crossover called Infestation. And from what I can tell, there's a vampire security agency, a grain of salt here, I just flipped through one or two of them, and there's a zombie outbreak. And the zombie outbreak was able to bust into 4 other dimensions, and they're trying to rein it in. It sounds a lot like Marvel Zombies, a couple of those miniseries. But it looked like it was still well done. You know, same idea, just different execution. So it crossed over with this Star Trek #1. And I know what I need to get, so if I want to complete this, because I never heard of this, and IDW is really good. But on the back of the book, they have all the comics that it crosses over with. And the way it's looking, I just need 4, I think. So that's a pretty good, cool way to do a checklist. But they got the Star Trek, 2 issues of Ghostbusters, or Infestation, which I think was cool. Crossed over into G.I. Joe. Sorry about the glare. And it apparently had bookends, Infestation 1 and 2, and this is number 2. So, actually that looked interesting. And then I finally picked up some of these. They were for $0.25. I figured, why not? And I'm only missing 2 issues of this, but apparently I've been hearing a lot about Lock and Key. Joe Hill is the son of Stephen King, and kudos to him. Excuse me. Cupcake. Kudos to him for not like trying to live off his dad's name or anything. But this is Lock and Key by Joe Hill. There looks like they're out of order, but there's 6, 5. I love this cover. Number 4, absolutely love that cover, and the gold on it and everything. And number 2, I don't know anything about these, so I'm missing 1 and 3, but I think I can catch up pretty good. And now we get to what I went to the store for. And Omac number 5, which crosses over with Frankenstein number 5. Love that cover. And ended up finding this while I was there. Wolverine the X-Men number 2 variant cover. I got this for cover price, and I figured why not since I was there. I may actually be up for somebody buying this if they want to get it. I don't know. So just, you know, give me a yell and I'll think about it. And so, but with Omac news here, everybody knows that by now that Omac is getting canceled. But in the back of this Omac that I flipped through last night, which this was another excellent issue, it gave a hint of what's going to happen. They had not announced that Omac was getting canceled when this came out, but in the editorial section in the back, the DC Comics All Access, so if you have your copy, whip it out. But it says that they have plans for the future, and they talk about the owl reaching out their talons with the Batman family. The Talons, I do know, are like assassins for whatever's going on in Batman. There's a bitter cold end for Flash when Captain Cold hits Central City. What does it mean to the future of the Teen Titans and the Legion lost when they meet? And then here it is. Or when Omac comes to Justice League International. Omac Lives. Which I thought was really cool. Alright. Okay guys, so that's a little bit of a haul there. And I want to say something. If YouTube is doing my number of videos correctly, which I'm not 100% sure it is, but I'm going to go by with it anyway. I got a 100th video coming up. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that 100th video, but to me that's you know, a big deal because I got a lot of new subscribers. I got a lot of great people who comment regularly. I want to give them some shout outs. And Ghost Critic's 100th video was awesome. So, you know, I want to get out there like, I think maybe I want to do like maybe a Q&A in the comments section down here. Any kind of questions you want to ask or anything like that, get them in there. Maybe I'll cover them in the 100th video. And in the 100th video, I'm going to announce a contest. I got to think of what I want to do for a contest because I have a Marvel trivia game from 2001 that I had played one time. and from what I can tell, it's complete. And I think I want to give that away as a contest prize. And I can announce that contest in the 100th video. Just to give you a little look at this. From what I can tell, it comes with instructions. One time I played the game with I don't know who, because we're going back 11 years. It comes with score pads, which I suggest you Xerox instead of using the original. Power pegs. It looks like, I think there's over 1,000 questions of different levels of Marvel trivia there. And a dice. So apparently it's pretty simple to play. And they put in a lose a turn on this thing, which cracks me up. Alright, so guys, to get that 100th video going, I don't know when I'll shoot it. I'll give it a little bit of time here. Any other videos I'm going to be putting on comedy, hey, that skit with Superboy and Spider-Man got me, on Comic Community Central, until, I see if anybody's interested in the Q&A. If there's not enough to go by there, I'll figure out something. But I think that's it. You guys have a great Sunday, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing before I rush out of here. Yeah, just comment, subscribe, do that kind of thing, and we'll see if we can't do something for a 100th video spectacular.